they can go in. They just need a seat at the table to be heard, man. And so we got to figure out a way to spearhead some type of movement, an independent movement where it's not funded by no government funding, where it gets guys a seat at the table, man, because now they have direction, they have wisdom, and they have knowledge to go back and heal those wounds that they started. These guys are still alive. These guys, the guys who started this, man, you can reach back to that. And so those that's closest to the problem is closest to the solutions, man. So you got to start from there. Other than that, you can't fix gangbanging. You can't fix it. So that's why I come out here, man, to come connect with you. That's why I've been reaching to you to try to tell the story, man, because I saw what it's done in my hometown. And these guys who ain't never been here, who ain't gonna never come here, but they'll die for it. They'll die for it. So we come back to the solution where the problem started. And this is where it's at.
Now, we're up here at St. Andrews Park. My man Nat Turner out of Texas just flew in, my boy out of Texas. We up here at St. Andrews Park, where the Crips started, Tookie, Raymond Washington, Matt right up in here. And like he said, one of the problems is this illusion of inclusion. You got people speaking on situations that actually have no direct impact on what's happening across America when it comes to senseless gun violence in America. Let's get that straight. We're at a park where there's no state, country, continent does not have Crips or Bloods. They're global. What happens here in this community, which is also known as Death Alley, arguably one of the most deadliest communities in the United States. We just had an incident up here the other day. Murders over here. You have Ubers this way, you got Bloods that way, you got 9-0s, 100s that way. That's when the 100 days, 100 nights started, which we lived through. One of the most despicable displays of disregard for human life I've ever witnessed in my 48, 49 years of being out here on this page. But let's go on down here.
I remember you telling me one time, man, that if a lot of cities and inner cities want to solve some of a lot of issues and stuff, they have to go to Parks and Recreation because that's where most of the gangs is going to meet up at, man. So a lot of the funding that comes through the CCPD funding, crime prevention and intervention funding, should really be geared toward the parks, man, where a lot of the kids hang at. Wouldn't you agree? I remember you speaking on that one time.
Well, it's three areas, breeding ground for youth nowadays, and it started with us in school, and it hasn't changed, because really nothing these youths are doing other than abusing drugs that they can create that would be new from what's standard. You have the school system, you have parks and recreation, because kids frequent the park. It's a breeding ground because most of them are inhabited by whatever set is up in that area. For instance, this St. Andrews Park. And what that does is create segregation amongst ourselves. See, we enslave ourselves.